Welcome back to Atomic Heart. This is part 11, and we're picking up right where we left off. We're exiting this save room, and we're going to head up the elevator to exit this testing ground. As always, I'm going to cut the majority of the elevator ride because I'm sure you know by now, the elevator rides are ridiculously long. So once we exit, we're going to come out here near the water by that bridge. And we actually need to go over that bridge. We're going to do a little bit of cleanup here. But first, I did want to show you guys something. I went back and checked my previous video in this area, and I cannot find any footage of me picking up a chirper in this area. But if you go back toward the pier, there's the little blue building, and there's the flag and a tree right next to it. There should be a chirper here, and when you look, there is a little message. I don't have footage of grabbing that chirper, but I assume that I must have and just cut the footage. Anyway, be sure to check that area and look for the chirper on the ground. In the meantime, we're going to head back to the road, and we're going to hop into a car and take a little ride to an area that we have not visited yet. There isn't very much there, but there are items that are quite important. So here, we're going to hop in the car. We're going to go toward the bridge we saw when we exited the elevator. We're going to spend quite a bit of time driving and looting. Up here, once we make the curve, you'll see there's a car up ahead, and there's going to be a black suited Volva. You can get out and fight him if you like, but I'm just going to ram him with the car. This is going to bring us one step closer to the Hands on the Hood trophy, where we have to kill 20 enemies with the car. Here, even if you knock him over, he will recuperate and get up after a short amount of time. There, once he broke apart, we know he's gone, so we're going to hop out and loot that red chest. Here, if you scan the area, you can see that this cow is glowing that bluish green color, but you actually can't interact with it, so I'm not sure why it looks that way. Once you get back into your car, you will continue following the road up. Straight ahead, there is a gate that we cannot access, so we're going to go to the right. You can see a save mushroom up ahead. We are going to hop out and hit the save. Yeah, if the car's moving, Nechayev will just jump out and land. Sometimes he'll even roll if the car is going really fast. This is just to make sure that, you know, if we die up ahead, we can respawn relatively close to where we're going. Here, if we cut through the field, we can take out a couple of enemies. It does flip the car, but at least it's going to land on its feet. So we'll be able to hop back in. Although you do have to watch your health when you're killing enemies with the car. Here, once we get this guy here, this duck, we're gonna pop that Hands on the Hood trophy. So that's one more trophy down. And that's a pretty easy one to get once you get into the open world section. You should get it naturally if you're driving the car at all. Here you can see another save mushroom up ahead, but we're going to make a little pit stop here to climb up on these boxes, there's something growing on that polymer, and apparently it hurts us because if you get too close and touch it, Nechayev will say ow. So here we're going to make a run for the save mushroom. We climbed up those boxes and looted the chest, and we should be safe in here. I'm going to do a little bit of upgrading, and I've actually cut quite a bit of useless just searching to see what it is I wanted to upgrade. Here I'm going to change out this mod. I'll get the resources back from the one I had before, and then it will install the collimator. And if you look, it even tells you where you got the blueprint at the bottom. That one's Polygon 1. I haven't done very much work on my shotgun. I need to give it a little bit more love. So now we can go into the glove, and I think here I'm going to choose the most expensive upgrade just to kind of get it out of the way. We're getting really close to having the character section of the glove completely upgraded. Now here I'm going to install a cartridge on my shotgun. I have not done that yet, but I have the ability to do it. And I'm actually going to change that out and make it the ice cartridge. Just because I have quite a few of them. Or is that an electric cartridge? That's an electric cartridge. I have a few, and I don't really use them much, so why not? Now here we're going to be walking into some really heavy combat. Don't forget to scan new enemies. There is at least one new enemy in this area that we haven't seen before. As of the end of this video, when I checked my percentages, I think I was at 95% with the scanning enemies trophy. So we should be getting really close to popping that one as well. We need to go into that little wooden building there, but it's prudent to take out as many enemies as possible before going in, because we don't want to be stuck fighting a black suited Fova on the inside of that tiny building. As you can see, that strange robot is a new one. You want to make sure and scan him. And then we have those really annoying little round guys. See, that electric cartridge works really well on the robotic enemies. Yeah, it will kind of freeze them in place so that you can continue doing damage with your weapon. Man, the combat is pretty hard. I did die a couple of times in this area just because there are so many, and they have weapons that extend really far or laser target you, and it makes it incredibly difficult to fight back, but just one enemy at a time is really all you can do. Finally, now we can scoop up all the items that they drop, and I think we're pretty far away from that station that dispenses the Pachellas that come and repair robots. So there shouldn't be any to come in and put these guys back together. Now we're going to go ahead and enter into that little wooden building. There'll be a little bit to loot here. And right ahead on that small desk, we are going to find Chirper number 31.
Comrade Stockhausen, I took that foreign journalist for the secret tour of the VDNH. He saw everything. You should have seen his eyes bugging out of his head. They're going to be dying of envy when his article comes out. They'll slap more sanctions on us and order an extra bunch of bots. Those capitalists sure are a weird bunch, huh?
As we exit through here, you can see there's another little wooden building across the street. There's, we'll take out that one little enemy before we go in. And there's a chest in here and a couple of drawers to loot. Now right here along this roadside, if you scan the area, you will see that that dead body there glows greenish blue, but you actually can't speak to him. So it's a possible Necromancer. I'm assuming we're not going to need him to get the trophy because I can't interact with him at all. But just be aware that he's there. I don't know if this is some kind of a glitch on my game and maybe it's been fixed. Up in this truck, there's a chest to open. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have to come around this area later because over to the right, you can see there are a couple of things back in that area that we can't access right now. But I'm honestly not sure. So don't quote me on that. Yeah, back up in that area there where that strange looking wall is. Now we're going to hop in the car and we're just going to drive all the way back to, I think it was Polygon 6, the middle one. Yeah, we're going to go there and we have to do some maintenance on the Hawk in order to enter the VDNH. Yeah, see, he shot that weird little thing at me. And even though it landed on the car, once it exploded, my health went down. So do be aware that when these guys damage your vehicle and you're inside, it also damages your health. And I think all of these, they came from further down the road. Wow, that's the first time I've ever seen that happen, where an enemy will actually come into the save mushroom. I don't know if that's supposed to happen or not. It just did though. Anyway, I did a little bit of moving things around in my inventory. I just cut that out because it saves time. Now we need to, yeah, the robots came back and repaired this, I think it's called a doc, like DOC, which I assume means it's a robotic doctor of some sort. When I scanned it, that's what popped up. So we're gonna get rid of him and get back in our car. stopped right here on this curve next to the other car. And in the water there is a small, I guess it's kind of like, it's not an island, it's too small for that, but it's a raised area with a bunch of sprouts. You don't have to do this, but you can go and take out those sprouts, and there's a chest that you can loot. It doesn't have anything super important, but if you feel like doing this, you can. And if not, you can just continue running along the shoreline to the left of where we're standing. So now we're coming back up to the shoreline. Here I'm just being nosy and checking out these weird walls. I'm not sure what's up with these just yet, but hopefully we're going to find out pretty soon. As we come over to this area, if you scan, you'll see the greenish blue over there. That's the cow that we spoke to a few videos back. So we're heading in the right direction. Here is the save mushroom. And we need to get to that marker. We are going to bring the hawk down. And we're going to say it needs repairs so that we can get access to the area right in front of the train station. All the doors are locked there, but once we enter it from another way, those doors will open and we'll be able to come and go as we please. So head to the little gray building.
It's the Hawk service button. What does it do?
It will cause the Hawk to land so it can be serviced by a technician.
Here you can see you cannot overload this relay. It is story related, so it won't let you do that. You'll see the hawk come down, and we're going to just hop onto it on the pipe in the middle.
Maybe I can slide down a cable.
Here you can see that the cables, the tether cables, have plunged down into the ground. So we need to choose this one that goes to that big circular area, and we're going to slide all the way down. And now we have access to this area.
From a bird's eye view, you can see that the grass in the park was planted in the shape of the peaceful atom.
A bird's eye view?
Scan around, and we're going to find a chirper on the ground. This is going to be chirper number 32. Don't forget to pick it up.
Why does this say gods of labor? I thought you didn't care about gods or religion in the Soviet Union.
We don't care about the opium of the masses.
If we head over this way, there is a Nora station and a save station there. And you will notice every time you exit or enter this area before you interact with the little thing in the middle that has the marker on it. Every time you enter it again, enter this area, you're going to get a save. So that should tell you something and give you a very fair warning about what's going to go on. Looks suspiciously like a boss arena to me. When we come through this door, exit around, and at that pole, we're going to find Chirper number 33.
Comrade journalist.
See, we got a game save as soon as we entered.
I expected something a little more,
Yeah.
grandiose.
Just be
Yeah,
ready.
everybody thinks that.
We're not quite there yet. We have one more item to go grab.
Follow me. You'll see.
This is the exit right in front of the station where that last Chirper is found. Just go around to the left, and the very first pole that you see, the Chirper will be on the ground. Now we're going to go straight ahead, straight into the train station area, but stay on the bottom floor. Go past the stairs, and there are a few little tables here. We're going to go to one of these tables and grab Chirper number 34 off of the table. Don't even bother with the enemies. They're not going to follow you inside the arena area. Just run straight back.
The system will decouple the crate so nobody notices. If I've calculated everything correctly, it'll end up in the bushes. Don't fuck this up. Got it? That shit's valuable.
Again, we got a game save, but we are going to go over here to the Nora station.
Authorization.
And we are going to need quite a lot of health. This is actually the trophy that I got mixed up with the Playish. This is the boss that we aren't going to hit him at all. We're going to go ahead and equip
Authorization.
a melee weapon, but we're not going to use it. I just don't want to accidentally shoot this guy because we can't hit him at all. And you'll see what I mean in just a minute. Once you've completed everything you need to do and gotten all of your health stocked up, you want to shock that little pillar and scan the Hedgie.
Look at that, it's that thing again.
Be careful. Hog 7 units are quite dangerous.
Oh, come on, it's freaking adorable.
That may be the only opportunity that you have to scan it, and this is a one-time enemy. We're not going to be encountering him again. If you see, he runs into that pillar that we shocked, and it brings his health down. All around here are these little circular cement things. That's what we need him to run into. Occasionally he will do this and shoot out fire around him. Try your best to jump over those. He doesn't have a whole lot of moves. That's one of the main ones. He'll roll at you, just dodge out of the way as best as you can. And be aware, sometimes he will do this multiple times. You have to keep trying to jump over. But you're bound to get hit. Now, once these circular things, you'll see there's a little orangey glowing circle next to it. After so much time has passed, those will turn green. Once they turn green and the Hedgie is not nearby, the little pillar will pop up. You see it over there? There's a couple of them standing up. They go down when the Hedgie gets close. I guess so as not to become damaged. See there? He's in a cooldown state. So we're going to get close to one of these pillars, wait, and when he starts to roll, shock the pillar, and he'll run into it, and it will take his health down. Now, you pretty much have to do that when he's in a shock state. Here, he will start to spin, and it will suck you in. Just dodge backwards. And then every time he stops, he will pound the ground and give you that fire ring. So you'll have to jump. All in all, this boss isn't very hard. As long as you have plenty of health and you're using your dodge to the best of your ability, you should be okay. Okay, now you can see there that the little green pillars are popping up. Once a pillar has popped out of the ground and you have allowed the Hedgie to hit that pillar, it will not pop up again. So you'll have to find another one. Here, he's sucking me backwards. Just keep dodging backwards. Remember to jump when he pounds the ground to avoid the firing. Now over there, he's cooling down again. We're gonna get over here near this green pillar. Wait, if you pop it up too fast, it'll go down before he gets there. So when he starts to roll, shock it, and he'll run right into it. And now we have to wait because these are gonna stay orange for a little while longer. Just dodge and jump. See what I mean? He just repeats the same moves over and over for the most part. Getting to know his moveset is pretty essential. But other than that, he's really not that hard. I think I only died to him one time when I was practicing. The first time I encountered him, I did die. The second time was a piece of cake. So this will be much easier than playish. For sure. Alright, he's in a cooldown. We're going to go ahead and shock this pillar when he rolls up to come at us again. I think we only have one left. I'm going to have to try and stay somewhere near it. I just have to find which one it is because the ones we've already used, they don't, the little circle next to it will not glow if it's already been used. It must be that one. Okay, come on, pillar. Nope. We didn't get lucky. It takes quite a while for it to recharge itself, I guess, before the green pillar will pop up. So we get another sequence of this. Dodge backwards and then jump. Just as a side note, this boss soundtrack is totally kick-ass. I love it. When he does that thing where he stands up on one hand, he's always going to spin around in a circle. Here we have our final pillar. We're going to wait for him to come at us. And we're actually going to get 2 trophies here. First one is Make It Go Round. That is just for defeating Hedgie. It is a story-related trophy. But in addition to that, we get Strike because we did not even attempt to hit him with any weapons.
You tell me, Major. You have far more experience with combat robots than I do.
That is just for using the environment to defeat him and nothing else. So not so bad. 3 trophies in one video. And we've progressed the story a bit. So here, this is going to bring us to the end of the video. Please remember to like and subscribe. And I can't wait to see you all in part 12. Until then, Khajiit always has wares.